I tell her get low, gon' rock with me. You gon' mess around now and get a shopping spree. I'm now in your possession like apostrophe. Oh, enough with all the talking, I just told her say less and do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her do more, do more, do more, do more. Go ahead, set the mood right, dirty like a food fight. You been working all day, load it up in 2 nights. Do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her, and she gon' work that round. I'ma mess around and drown when she drop that down. Now my phone be blowing up, I like not right now. Oh, I swear that she in next the way she work that mouth. Whoa, automatic cause she moves, she be cousin steady. I be straight up like an addict, might be coming at it. Now I gotta have it, had enough with all the moves, yeah, move here. Ooh, let me grab it, now I'm on 1 year. Now I'm not done yet, told her wait right here. I'll be back one sec, this is just time out, this is not no way. Go and grab that friend, then you know what's next stage. You been rockin' with an all-star, baby, and I know you coming early like a five-star, baby. Packing out to see this ain't no hostile, baby, and they know me in the city like a mob star. I tell her get low, gon' rock with me. You gon' mess around now and get a shopping spree. I'm now in your possession like apostrophe. Oh, enough with all the talking, I just told her say less and do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her do more, do more, do more, do more. Go ahead, set the mood right, dirty like a food fight. You been working all day, load it up in 2 nights. Do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her,
yeah. Head up in the clouds, dog, they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test, now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, don't know what is in me. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. I've been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got the time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in my, yeah. Phone started jumping, what a day. Swear to God I need it, now I can't afford to wait. I just had a fan hit me up from Kuwait. Told him this would happen and we not a minute late. Seen them down bad, now they tryna hate. Same ones try to hit me for the raise. Got a meal, now they coming with a blaze. Check the numbers, fam, I swear I'm getting paid. I'm a don just like the Perrier. It's one time when I'm looking at a face. On the low like I'm pushing up the bass. Come down and I'll meet him at a gate. Got a check and I bought myself a place. They get some money and they blow it on bait. I don't flex but I'm pushing all the weight. Told them all I swear I got it's what it takes. Phone started jumping, what a day. Swear to God I need it, now I can't afford to wait. I just had a fan hit me up from Kuwait. Told him this would happen and we not a minute late.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll.
it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like. Yeah, you about to see me on demand like. You know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on the road. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the road, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on the road. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on the road. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the road, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on the road. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On the road, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Frankie Candles YouTube channel. Let me know if I'm blowing out your eardrums, guys. Trying some new audio settings here. Hopefully, I'm not blowing out everybody's eardrums. Let me know. Give me a green check in the chat if you guys can hear me loud and clear. Not too quiet, not too loud. But what is going on, Mafia? Bitcoin getting a little bit of a push to the downside, guys. Is this something you should be worried about? Is Bitcoin flipping bearish, or are we simply just going for a small pullback to see that continuation to the upside, potentially targeting that $67,000 POC, which we just barely front ran? But as you guys know, that level that we rejected, that time point of control at about 66,350 something. We'll take a look at the actual level in just a second. But as you guys know, we were getting those bearish confirmations as we looked at on the live stream on Friday, getting those bearish divergences into that key level with some other bearish signs. I am short on Bitcoin right now, and we are starting to get that little drop to the downside. And I want to talk about the next stops, key levels of support, and potentially where we could get a little bit of a bounce. Maybe bounce, potentially, from where we're at right now. So we're going to check it all out on tonight's live stream, guys. Eardrums wrecked, but not from Frankie. Used to scuba dive a lot when younger. Shout out to Darren Does Things. Shout out to you, bro. R.I.P. the eardrums. Never been scuba diving. Actually, I'll be honest. I'd probably be more likely to skydive than scuba dive. Scuba diving's kind of freaky. I don't know. Like, what happens if something happens to that air tank? I don't know. And then you can't swim up fast if you're too deep, because then your lungs will explode, or you'll get the bends, or whatever it's called. Shout out to Darren Does Things, though. But guys, don't forget to smash that like button if you have not already. Every 100 likes we get gives you guys some extra chances to win some free crypto, and we might just be giving away some Frankie Candles hats as well on top of all that free crypto. But we got to hit 550 likes on one of these streams this week. So shout out to you guys. Let's see, we got Ziva with Hat Crypto. What is going on, Ziva? Welcome in. We got Purpato in the chat. What is going on, bro? Good to see you. Johnny Rotten says 6630. I think it meant 66,300 potentially. Yeah, 66,350 I think was the actual time point of control that we were looking at, that we got the rejection from. We're gonna break it all down for you guys today, and I will show the trades as well. Shout out to DMB Smurf. What is going on? Don't fly after diving. Yeah, that is yeah, that's like super pop your ears down low and then super pop your ears up high. Oh, God. Shout out to Gen Z. What is going on, bro? We got Assad in the chat. And what happens if I guess that's a good point. What happens if something happens to your parachute, but you have a backup, don't you? Do you have a backup air tank when scuba diving? That's a good point, bro. You got me there. Bro. But shout out to Nirvana. We got Mark Dutch in the chat. Fabian, what is going on? We got Danny Gazzo said, let's get that escarole. Shout out to you, bro. Let's see. We got Bullish Juice in the chat. This year will be explosive. And Coin Hoover says 5,000 likes when BTC is rolling all-time highs. You watch. Yeah, shout out to Coin Hoover. We need some more exciting price action here. We are just still kind of brutal here. But let's go ahead and jump on into the charts, guys. Check out what we got going on. And excuse me if my voice sounds weird, guys. I don't know. I have like a scratchy throat. I don't know what's going on. I think it might be allergies. But let's go ahead and jump on into the charts so we can try to predict this next move. And if you guys tune into the live stream, oh, God, man. We saw this thing play out almost exactly as we were looking for. So let's go ahead and jump on in. So here we are on the Bitcoin chart, guys. Now, obviously, let me go ahead and hide this. Bada boom, hide those weekly levels. But real quick, guys, let's go ahead and start off on these higher time frames. Now, as you guys know, last week we were looking at this very, very key level of resistance based off of our weekly level of resistance here, or our weekly kind of trend line that we have here. Let me go ahead and kind of mark that out a little bit to the bodies of the candles. So obviously, guys, we have the main range that we've been looking at for quite some time here, between about $70,500 all the way down to about $59,815. Here we are coming up into that zone of resistance. We have that trend line. We have the time point of control, which is coming in 66,354 is that exact level that I was mentioning before. And that POC of the macro range coming in at about $67,000. You guys know, as I was mentioning last week, I was looking for shorts creeping up towards this level. I actually took a stab at a short as we were sweeping that liquidity above $65,000. That is actually the position that I'm holding right now. If you guys saw my market update from earlier today, you will know I actually did catch a short here at about 65,755. That's weird. I did not mean to get that exact level like that. But 65,755. I did catch a short here last week, this past weekend, but I actually entered it over here, and it was super, super high leverage, so I actually wound up stopping myself out of that trade right before the bigger move, but it was okay because I was still in my short here from that sweep of the 65K highs. Actually, guys, this setup was actually in the dining room. This was shared in the dining room, which is our freemium section of the Discord here, given that SFP here, and this was that trade. I personally actually made a mistake by continuing to hold this as we crept up to 66K. This was taken off an SFP, but I was okay kind of getting stuck in that trade as we were coming up to that time point of control at 66,354, which is our next major target. Thinking that if we do come up there, we did have the higher time frame bearish divergences, such as the 12-hour printing right here, as you guys can see. Right, we have the higher highs on the price action, lower highs on those momentum waves. Starting to see those bearish divergences printing at these key levels of resistance makes it likely for some kind of a pullback, right? Everybody gets super bullish at the highs here, looking for those all-time highs to just randomly break out. And I feel like sometimes I'm the only person out here looking for these rejections, and people get mad. They're like, why is this guy looking for a correction? We're pumping, guy. Like, let us have some fun. But obviously, you know, I am a trader, guys. We keep an eye on these levels because we make money whether price is going up or down. And we got to catch those short positions, right? We're not only in the long from 58K. We're not only in the long from right here at about 62.5, which I am still holding both those positions, but we got to catch those shorts on the way back down. We're not leaving any money on the table here in the CandleMafia, and I will show the trades in just a second here. But, you know, again, if you guys tune into the live streams last week, you know, this was the big level we were looking for. At first, we were looking for the sweep of the $65,000 highs. Again, that was kind of where I first started entering my shorts. And then as we crept up towards this next big zone of resistance, just looking for more shorts on the way back up, and we did get that bigger pullback. Now, am I bearish on Bitcoin? This does not mean that I am super bearish on Bitcoin, guys. Not by any means not by any means at all. But I will say, I'll bring up some of the local supports and the bigger levels of support that I'm looking at in case this dump does continue and we do come down to lower prices. We actually do have a bit further down that we can come before actually just flipping completely bearish. But again, as of right now, I am going to be looking at this as a little bit of a shorter term trade, and then potentially we could see it turn into something a little bit bigger. And we're going to talk about those key levels in today's live stream. But just to kind of recap where we came from, right? Bearish, as you approach those key levels of resistance, guys. Trend line, POC of the range, time point of control, looking at those higher highs on the price action, lower highs on your momentum waves. We got it on the 12-hour. And then, also the 10-hour here also kind of had bearish divergences as well. We also had the daily red dot confirming right here over the weekend. Started to get that red dot to confirm. And, on top of that, guys, we also do still have the higher daily time frame VWAP starting to work their ways to the downside. Now, the good news here is that we do have the money flow starting to work its way back up here on the 2-day. This would be nice to see if we are going to get the fake out of that 3-day money flow that has been the elephant in the room for quite some time, right? Trying to creep its way to the upside, guys, but excuse me. The higher daily time frame money flow, guys, is technically still, in the red here. So once we get these red dots on the 2-day and the 3-day, we'll kind of get a better idea of what this money flow is going to do. But if we can get that 2-day to fake out into the green here, that would kind of be the first first signal that would indicate that maybe we don't see that money flow on the 3-day give us a big move down, and we could get that fake out, potentially come in, put some higher lows in, and then blast off to higher prices. But I'm extremely happy that, regardless of the sentiment on Twitter, the sentiment on YouTube, everybody, calling for all-time highs, glad I'm bringing up these key levels of resistance because, more often than not, especially when you get those bearish divergences, you are going to get some kind of correction in here. But again, I'm not just overall bearish in general. Again, we do have a lot of support down here that we're going to go over in a second that we could potentially get the bounce off of to then target, our next upper targets here at higher prices, which I'm going to go over as well. Just kind of getting ready for the week ahead. But, kind of the bearish signals here, money flow coming out on the 4-hour. That would make us potentially anticipate a continuation of this downtrend. And some of these targets can get pretty low, right, without actually flipping completely bearish. So, yeah. Still a downtrend here, guys. Still a downtrend here on the weekly time frame. And, we talked about this on the live stream as well, right? Like if you're going to go ahead and get that lower high to come in the macro. And again, I don't want to say this isn't on the table. Although, I'm not flipping completely bearish. And I kind of hesitate to even bring this up because anytime I bring up this situation, people think that I'm just like mega bearish or perma bear. But if we did get like a bigger correction here and we were to come break the lows, this is, if that 3-day money flow continues out, that could be something that we see. Again, it's a little too soon to call for that just yet. As long as we're within this larger range, that value area low at about $60,000 is going to be the biggest level of support in my own personal opinion. We also have some confluence down there that I'm going to go over in just a minute. But if we're going to put that lower high in, like where is that lower high likely to come in, right? And if I just pull up a different kind of chart here, a clean chart, every lower high that came in here, right? We get the pullback, we look for the lower high, we get the move down, right? Once we get that little retracement to the upside, everybody's calling all-time high. We look for the lower high, we're looking for shorts, we short it back to the downside, right? Everyone's like, what the heck happened? This cycle's horrible. I hate this cycle. This is the worst cycle ever, right? And then everybody we get the bounce, right? We get the move to the upside. Everybody's super bullish. We look for the lower high, we get the move down. Everybody's super bullish. We're looking for the lower high, and now we're starting to get to the move down, right? But now, again, I'm not necessarily anticipating this at this point to break the lows, but, definitely a huge level of resistance here. And where are those lower highs coming in at? Consistently, guys, they are coming in at the golden pocket 786 retracements, right? Not only did that happen right here, come on, bada boom, right? We also had this lower high come in at the 786 golden pocket, bada boom, number 2, right? And then the next lower high did wind up coming in at the, are we there? Yeah, 786 golden pocket, get the drop, and then we actually did wind up breaking this 786 golden pocket, but remember, this was kind of just local, right? We still had that macro downtrend, right? If we really want things to go bullish here, we have to break this high, right? We have to break these previous highs. So again, like that's why this $67,000 zone, between 66, 355 or 354, the POC at 67K and the 786 at about 67.7K is a massive level of resistance. And in my opinion, that is the level you need to break in order to be looking up towards that value area high. Now, this is definitely possible, but we're going to have to see what happens after these higher time frame red dots wind up printing and confirming. So there you go. That's kind of the bearish news, right? 5-day, all these higher daily time frame VWAPs are looking to curve over and print red dots. If we do get them, we can anticipate a bigger move down, but how low can we go? And I'm going to talk about that. So if we do get the continuation down here, guys, some of the major levels I'll be looking at, right? We obviously have this volume profile that we can look at over here, and this value area low coming in at about 62.7, right? This is going to be a big level to watch because, locally, if we come back into this range, I actually think I could pull this up right here. Yeah, 62.5, we'll call it, right? We have this previous value area. What happens, right? We come up, we get the rejection off the bearish divergences into the key level, bada boom, we get the drop down, we get stuck into the value area high, and where's that next place for price to go? Next likely place for price to go is that POC. Break below that POC, next likely place for price to go is going to be that value area low, which is coming in at 62.5. So if we do see a local continuation down, this is that volume profile that I'm looking at, and that first key level of support is going to be about $62,527. And if we do wind up getting a push down there, I will say you do have a golden pocket sitting just below the volume profile, sitting between about 61.8 and about 61.6. This could be a good level if we do wind up coming back down, deviating below the value area low. We get those confirmations on the golden pocket. You could look for a rotation of the range, and then who knows, maybe that's where we come up to those next higher targets. Because to be quite honest with you, daily money flow looks good, right? This is in the green, so that could make you anticipate the continuation to the upside. But really, guys, I want to see how these 2-day red dots, and we will know if this is going to print in about 2 hours. If we do get that daily red dot and we see it confirm, I do think there's an argument to come down a bit lower here, right? There's a reason I take these shorts. I don't just gamble on the resistance levels. We wait for the confirmations, and we do have reasons for looking for lower prices, right? So if we do wind up coming down, like that's going to kind of be a big level to watch. 61.8, that golden pocket just below that value area low. And again, that 2-day, like let's say the more bearish scenario plays out here. How low can we go before I start to throw in the towel and say, hey, looks like we're going to be able to ride that short down for a much bigger move. To be quite honest, guys, key level remains the same, right? $60,000. It's the macro value area low, right? And just like we were able to predict the move up based off this value area low, right? Because this value area low, which again is coming in at $60,000 or $60,050, once you get up here, this is resistance until proven otherwise. Once you get above that level, this is where you're looking for the next likely place for price to go, being that POC, right? You flip the low, you look to go up towards that POC. You find the bearish confirmations at that key level, the POC, you could look for a pullback. But as long as we reside inside of this range, we can potentially look to come up to those higher targets, but we do not know what's going to happen here. So if we pull our full golden pocket from this low all the way to the high, actually, let's pull it from here. I believe this is the one I'm looking at. So from this low all the way up to the high, even if you pull it to this local low, this is really going to be the key level, right? This is a very, very confluent area. $60,000 almost even, right? You have the golden pocket and the 786 coming right in on that value area low. And to be quite honest, like most of the reason why I think this is a strong level is based off the volume profile theory. But when you have the confluence here on these golden pockets, it can add for some really, really nice confluence, right? So golden pocket, value area low sitting between about $60,773 and $60,026 are just the value area low in general. 786 comes in at about $59,263. And if we see that 2-day red dot, let's assume we get that 2-day red dot to print and we do get the bigger move to the downside, guys, that could potentially give us that move back down to that area. Now, if we did get that, I would still be looking for a potential low to come in here to get another push back up to the POC. It's not until we really start losing this value area low range, you could even drag it down to the POC. It's really not until we start losing this level that I would really be looking down to lower prices, which obviously we do have a profile down here that we've been looking at on the way up. It was able to help us predict that move from 54K all the way up to 60K, and beyond. But let me go ahead and pull that range up really quick. Where is it? No, that's not it. Do I have it on this chart? I believe I do. Everything gets moved around. Why does this always happen to me? Once you start losing that 786, you're also losing the POC of the range here, which could potentially call for about 56.5, which is an interesting level for a couple of reasons, guys. If I pull up the liquidation heat map here really quick, you guys can see, right? 50, no, that's not it. Where is it at? 57K, right? We do actually have some liquidity sitting down there between about 57.5, starting at 57.5, all the way down to about 56.8. There is liquidity sitting there, and you guys know those liquidity levels act as magnets for price. So if we did wind up getting sucked all the way back down there, we could come down and clean those lows before getting another move up. But again, we're pretty far away from that. I kind of want to focus on the relevant levels right now. I'm not necessarily anticipating that right now. Like I said, as long as we are able to remain inside this value area, I would probably, especially with the daily money flow crossing into the green and that 2-day money flow coming up, I would probably be more inclined to be looking for longs on the way down. And again, not really panicking until we start losing that zone of support. So there you go, right? Those are kind of the key levels that I'm looking at here moving forward, at least locally. Now, we are starting to get a little bounce off this point of control. So, and we are about to print a 4-hour green dot. So if we're going to get a little bit more of a retracement here, I do think, and if you guys have not already, even after this live stream, if you guys don't feel like rewatching it or trying to find the key levels, you can always watch the market update from earlier today. It's about 8 minutes, I think. I basically go over all this TA with all the levels marked out, and you guys can actually like pause it and screenshot it, whatever you have to do. But if we do get the retracement here, not impossible, right? And one of the reasons for that is this 4-hour green dot with our 15-minute money flow starting to come up. So we're going to see a continuation up here. I will be looking for that 15-minute money flow crossover to start the move. But other than that, guys, really just kind of watching things play out here, sitting in that short. Oh, I did not show the trades. Let me pull up the trades real quick for you. Bada boom, bada bing. I might lose my voice here today, guys. Bear with me. I don't know what is going on with my voice right now, but it is just, mall correction. Did I misspell? Did I just make a typo in that? Oh yeah, mall correction, guys. Yo, mall correction's crazy. Who said that? Shout out to D Crypto. Yeah, that is obviously a typo. That's supposed to say small correction, then a pump. But yeah. Let's see. You are awesome. Shout out to Lasers. Shout out to you, man. I assume you were in the live streams last week, keeping an eye on this key level of resistance for the short position. But let me go ahead and pull this up, guys. So I am in this short position here of about, let me see here, bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, $66,000 short, up about $1,100, 32%. Little positive on the fees here. I am still holding my long from 58K. Most of that profit is locked in, as you can see, almost $2,300 locked in, $860 in unrealized. But yeah, now we're, long from 58 and short from, 65 here. So nice kind of cushy position. We are long and short at the same time. And this is how you can make money trading crypto, whether price is going up or down at the same exact time. This is why I love being a trader, guys, because it's just like the most infinite opportunity to make money, right? You can make money going up. You can make money going down. You can make money on small moves, big moves, and especially when price is choppy and going sideways like we've been seeing recently. It is nice to be able to make some money, trading these little ups and downs. So, yeah, I mean, I really happy that I kind of stuck to my guns here, looking at that key level of resistance at that TPOC. And if you guys saw the market update earlier, like I said, at 67.5 or 65.7, I did catch a beautiful short entry, but it was super high leverage. So I wound up stopping myself out on this little push up. Based off of very specific reasons, I'm not going to pull them up right now. It had to do with a 4-hour green dot and a 15-minute money flow crossover. And because it was on such high leverage, I anticipated price to push up a little bit. And I didn't want to get liquidated, so I just cut it short. And then price just turned right back around and came down. But I was still holding that short on VMEX, so not too bad. Actually show that position on Blowfin on the market update if you guys want to see that. But yeah, I just got scammed out of that position. It was so annoying. But it's okay. We're still in the short. We're still up money. It just would have been nice to have that short from the actual top here. But that's all right. We're still making money, and we're still in that short position. Absolutely beautiful, and I'm really happy that I stuck to my guns here, guys, because anytime, especially like not only the fact that we have these bearish divergences, guys, but once you start seeing all the bullish thumbnails on YouTube, oh my God, all-time high, alt season starting, it's typically time for a pullback, as I was saying in the market update earlier. And I'm not saying alt season can't start. I'm not saying we can't continue to pump, but nothing goes up in a straight line forever, right? You have to get those pullbacks, and luckily, if you're part of the Candle Mafia, we can make money trading those moves. So with that being said, I am out of the 100x long that we were in. I was in this 100x long, I believe, from right here up to the high. I'm now out of that. I think it was from over here. I'm out of that in profit. So yeah, that was the only. So I'm still holding my my two major longs, right? My long on VMEX and my long on my long from 58K from down here, and my long here from 62.5. And then just holding the short from up here. Unfortunately, I kind of wish I was still holding both shorts, but that's okay. But those are the trades that I'm holding. If you guys want to sign up to trade, you can check out Femex or Blowfin. Those are the two exchanges that I really am trading on the most recently. You guys can check them out. Blowfin's no KYC. You'll be able to get on no problem. And I do believe, shout out to Tony, I'm not sure if it's finalized, but I do believe we're getting a discount on fees for Blowfin. And we also do have a discount on fees for Femex, which I think ends maybe today. So if you guys are looking for a cheap place to trade, you guys can check it out. Take advantage of those deals. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens here, guys. See if we can get that continuation to the downside. Remember, about 60,756 is going to be a big level of support down to the value area low 786. And then we also do have another level here. Let me actually pull up. Let me see here. Shout out to the premium Discord. Too late to do this. I'm not sharing anything secret here, guys. But I will just point out, nice little scout from the stream and the premium stream earlier today. I actually personally didn't take this as it is a little bit more risky, but it is starting to play out just a little bit. But let me just go ahead and pull up some of these levels. If we do wind up coming down a little bit more, guys, let me pull up this daily naked point of control. Bada boom, bada bing. Where we at? There we are, right? So 62K, we do have a daily naked point of control. I'll hide this anchored VWAP as well. So yeah, daily naked point of control at 62K. This will be, another level, right? We come down to the next value area low, right? Because right now we're on the POC. I'm thinking maybe we do get a bounce here a little bit if we get that 4-hour green dot. But if we do wind up coming down, like that value area low at 62.5 is going to be big. And then we do have that daily naked point of control at about 62K, which could be a nice little confluent area for a little bit of a bounce, right? And then we pull that golden pocket 786, and you can see that golden pocket does come in pretty nicely on that daily naked point of control. So between about 62 all the way down to about 61.6 is really the big level that I'm looking at for a potential bounce locally, right? And then we continue down there. We can come down to this confluent level, which is getting eerily close to that $60,000 PLC, but pretty much the same level we're seeing right here. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully for the short sake, we can maybe bing bong around here just a little bit. A little bing, a little bong, and then come and move, get that trade to play out a little bit more to the downside here to the value area low. Sorry about that, guys. Hit the wrong button there. Shout out to Tony D. Thank you for the super chat, bro. Said, we will have a rebate on deposits for Blowfin tomorrow. Not yet today. Femex fee discount is good until October 19th. So if you guys want to check out and take advantage of those, check it out. And then, Blowfin's no KYC. I know sometimes people have trouble getting on the exchanges based off where you live. But if you check out Blowfin, no KYC, discount on the fees for Femex. So there you go. Tony D always does his best to work out the best deals for the Candle Mafia. He never takes what that first offer. He always tries to make a better deal. And he's fighting for the Mafia, baby. Let's go. Shout out to Tony D. But let's see. Shout out to Charles P360. Shout out to you, bro. He says, Frank, a hook and move higher would be good too. Yeah, shout out to Charles. That's kind of my look here, right? Like if we do locally, if we bounce, I will be very careful, right? And the reason I'm being a little bit more careful for the bounce here. Now, listen, guys, could we bounce here and get a move up? I'll talk about the higher targets in a second. Could we get that to just fly up here? Potentially, right? Anything's possible. We are trading here. In the market will surprise people a lot of the time. And really what I'm looking for the bounce up is the 4-hour green dot with the 15-minute money flow crossover into the green. However, with our money flow coming out here, remember this, guys. Money flow indicates the overall trend, right? The longer-term trend. And when you have 4-hour money flow coming out like this, especially when you have the confluence of the higher time frame red dots, such as the 2-day, which could be potentially printing tonight. That could be happening tonight. 3-day green red dot looking to print as well, potentially in 2 days and 2 hours. We could potentially get that 3-day red dot. But if we're going to see that money flow crossover into the red on the 4-hour, sure, maybe we can get a little bit of a bounce. But really what I'm being careful of is a retracement, right? Because if we're going to continue, if we're expecting, right, just generally based off trend, if we're expecting the trend to continue, you have to have lows, lower highs, and lower lows in a trend, right? Just like this, if you're looking for a long, you're not just expecting it to go up in a straight line, right? You're looking for it to come up, and then down, and then up, and then down, and then up, and then down. Just continuing the trend, though. So that's kind of what the money flow indicates. Just like this 4-hour money flow crossover into the green indicated that this trend was going to continue up. When it crosses over into the red, it could mean it's going to continue down, right? You have the 4-hour money flow crossover right here. At this point, you're looking at a correction, right? A lot of people are like, oh my God, what's happening? Should I be longing? Should I be shorting? What should I be doing here? Well, based off money flow, you would be looking for longs. This is where we were looking for the long on at 58K. We took this trade in the premium Discord. It was given beforehand, but why were we looking for a long here? Why was I looking to long this golden pocket? Well, number one, we got entry confirmations on the golden pocket, but number two, it's a level of support. Number three, money flow was in the green, right? So we were expecting the trend to continue to the upside. So, but again, it doesn't just go up in a straight line. You have to have those pullbacks. So just in the same manner, we can't just expect price to come down in a straight line, right? We have to have pullbacks to potentially continue that trend, right? So if the trend is going to continue, I'm going to be very, very careful around this golden pocket 786, sitting between 64.8 all the way up to about $65,500. Because if we do rally up here based off that 4-hour green dot, 15-minute money flow crossover into the green, this could be where we're going, right? Everyone's going to be like, oh my God, all-time highs. See, it was just a small pullback. And then we're just going to put a lower high in and continue down. It's important to understand the context. Higher time frame red dots, 4-hour money flow coming into the red. We also did just also have the 90-minute money flow crossing over into the red. So yeah, like a lot of this stuff is looking, 1 hour also in the red, 3-hour money flow starting to cross over into the red. So this would indicate that the trend is likely to continue. But these retracements are to be expected, right? So just keep that in mind. So yeah, I will look for that to come up a little bit, but I would be very, very careful around these levels, right? Now, if this is the bottom, right? Which again, it doesn't really look like that based off the TA, but let's just say we get a random bounce to the upside. Where can we potentially go to? Well, very clearly, $67,000 macro PLC at 67K, all the way up to this level here at about 67.7K. This whole zone is going to be that next area of resistance. And then once we flip this is kind of where I'd be looking up towards that value area high, sitting at about $70,346. And then we can reassess the situation once we get up there. But again, to me, based off the money flow and the higher time frame red dots, I'd probably more anticipate a little bit more of a continuation down here. But if we don't, I will get stopped out of the short in profit. Hopefully, as long as we don't bounce right now and I get stopped out and I just get stopped out right now. But once I go to bed tonight, I'm assuming that we're not going to just rip up by the end of the day. I'll just get stopped out of that short in profit, and then my longs, like I said, I am still holding those longs. Again, this one's up, almost $3,000, a little more than $3,000, I guess. This will just continue to pay me out, right? And I also have another long open on another exchange. So, we're covered for the long side as well. But really, the TA is kind of pointing towards a move to the downside. So hopefully that makes sense to everybody. Let's see. Shout out to Charles P. Said, yeah, I agree. Nice TA, Frank. Shout out to Charles P. I appreciate you, bro. Let's see. I just told, shout out to Smoke, said I just took a short 100x leverage. Shout out to Smoke. I know you're joking, bro. I know you're joking, guys. Just because I take 100x longs, 100x shorts sometimes does not mean you should. I never recommend it to anybody. Please do not trade with 100x leverage. You will likely lose all of your money. I am a untraded non-professional, guys. I'm a trained stuntman. Chances are, if you take 100x long, it will not play out like the one that I took. I promise you that. Please be very careful. All right, let's see. Yeah, shout out to Suni. Said most of the story it's gonna bing then bong. Yeah, absolutely. That is the name of the game. Bing, make money on the bing, make money on the bong. That is 100%. That is 100% the name of the game here. And that's the beauty of being a trader. I'm a 200 short. I'm on a 200x short right now. Oh God! Shout out to Wes the electrician. Holy cow. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to Wick589. Said long XRP. We will take a look at XRP in just a second. Yeah, shout out to Dave Hagan. Yeah, it's fun to do it 100x long with a dollar. Yeah, I mean, listen, if you are going to take a long on 100x, guys, please, for the love of God, just make sure that it's just money that you're not willing to lose, right? Or it's money that you are willing to lose, right? My long position that I took, which was literally like right before the live stream last week, I forget what day exactly it was, really what it was based off of. Let me hide some of these levels. Really what that long was based off of was this. Where is it? Why does this stuff move around so much? Good Lord. Door to 67K. Okay, yeah. So really what it was a long right here as we were coming back down to test this value area low. That wound up playing out absolutely beautifully, right? Came up to the 66,350 level, and that wound up playing out really nice. We showed it on the live stream, and yeah, that was really nice. It is very likely that will not happen for you, but if I got stopped out, on that short or liquidated on that short, right, or on that long, if I got liquidated, it would have been the same thing as getting stopped out of a regular position for me. It was a small loss. I was not trading with my whole account. I was not trading with money I wasn't willing to lose. There was a very high chance I got liquidated out of that position, but I just sniped that perfect bottom there. So I didn't get stopped liquidated, but if I did, it would have been a small loss. I would have just gotten wrecked my whole account. It would not have happened. So please keep that in mind. So yeah, if you were long $1 here and you don't care about losing the dollar, it's fine. It's fun to trade with 100x leverage sometimes, but please do it responsibly. So there you go. All right, let's see. XRP dumping hard. But what happened? I just saw that there was a video and people were saying it was going to $1 right now. It said XRP to $1 right now. The markets are crazy, guys. Nobody can predict them. But you can do TA that can give you a pretty high likelihood hit rate. But I actually will cover XRP in just a second. But I do want to cover one more thing here on Bitcoin. And that is going to be a range, right? One of the ranges that I am looking at here on Bitcoin is going to be, and this is something we've looked at many a times, many a times on the live stream. And it is this range pulled from the high here of in 2021, right? We came here, we ranged around before losing our range into the bear market. Extrapolating those levels to the right, you guys can see this gives us good context into where price is going to be going, right? And I actually like looking at things in terms of this specific volume profile simply because it's nice and clear, right? With the volume profiles, inside the value area high and value area low is your area of value. Price likes fair value. Price is always seeking fair value. So when you deviate above these levels, you are expecting price to potentially get sucked back into the range, get stuck under the value area high, and then get a move back down to the POC and the low. Deviate below the low, look to go above the POC, back to the high. Deviate the high, back to the POC, back to the low. Deviation, back to the POC, back to the high. Deviation, back to the POC, back to the low. Deviation, back to the POC, back to the high, so on and so forth, right? Super reliable range here. Now, as you guys can see, a nice context here is that, as we came up to that time point of control at about 66,350, which I will just pop up here. As we came into that level, guys, we got bearish confirmations as we deviated above this range, right? This is where you want to look for shorts. Very similar to where we came up here in July during the Bitcoin conference. We deviated above the high, put in the 12-hour bearish divergence, right? And the daily bearish divergence, actually. It actually looked a little worse back then, to be quite honest. Daily money flow was in the red as well. But you got the 12-hour bearish divergence, higher highs on price action, or at least this is what we were looking at in the premium Discord, right? And now you're looking for a move back into the range, bearish retest on the value area high for a confident move to the POC and the value area low. Very, very similar setup here where you deviate above the high, you get those 12-hour bearish divergences, right? Higher highs on price action, lower highs on your momentum waves. And now, potentially, we could be getting accepted back into this range. And if we lose, if we get stuck under this range, right, and we lose that value area high, the next likely place for price to go could be that point of control at $61,000, right? And again, if we start pulling some fibs here, you guys can see there is confluence. Golden pocket 786. Where's that 786 come in? Right below our macro value area low. I'm not going to pull it up because I don't want to confuse people, but this is a really, really nice context to look at things in my opinion, because you're always going to be looking for shorts as you deviate above the high. And again, come back down here, 57K. Where is that liquidity sitting? $57,000. Come back down if it's the bigger move. And again, I'm not necessarily calling for this or expecting this just yet. We could bounce off some of these other levels, but if we lose that POC, look to come down to the low, sweep that liquidity, get back in the range. Maybe that's where we go for the all-time high. Very hard to say here, guys. Remember, rate cuts are not always instant. I'm not saying that we can't see the 4-year cycle, and I'm not saying just because we're getting this pullback, we're definitely going to see things flip completely bearish. That is not the case. That is not what I'm calling for. But I am going to be holding this short for a potential. I do think there's a chance that this little short could wind up playing out to be a bigger move with the way money flow looks. And the levels would be very confluent here. Just playing the ranges. We do not have to guess if we're going to reach all-time highs on this push-up or this push-up or this push-up, right? All we could do is day play the ranges from the value area low to the high, from the high to the low. There is so much money to be made in here, rather than just like trying to buy and hold for the high, right? This is why I love trading. This is why leverage trading is so cool. This is why it's so much fun, because there's so much money to be had. And this is on a high time frame. You start going down to lower time frames, there's even more. There's money here, 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 right? So super cool. And if you're interested in learning how to make money with the price going up or down, trading these little ebbs and flows in the market, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, guys. Let's see. Shout out to Jesse. Jesse says, Frankie, the second one is going to happen. I don't know. I don't know what the second one was. But hey, shout out to Jesse. I'm not sure exactly which one. Let's see. Ripple is a scam. XRP is a scam. Poetry is a scam. Shout out to Retro Mike Tech. Shout out to Poetry. Wick 589, one of the best poets out there. But don't forget to smash that like button, guys. The more leverage you use, the faster you learn. Shout out to Smoke. Guys, when I first started trading, leverage, right? And you guys need your analysis on Anchor. Shout out to Little Story. You're the hand coin today. Anchor, you made the hand coin today. Pretty cool. Shout out to Little Story. I'm probably going to be eating dinner tonight, and I'll be thinking of you. Shout out to you, bro. We'll take a look at Anchor, no problem. But yeah, guys, when I started trading, like obviously we show the trades here. And, it didn't always look like this, right? There was a point where I was trading with a $100 account, a $150 account, and I was putting it all on 100x leverage, trying to get rich overnight, and I blew my account up time and time again, and I've learned a lot doing that. I always say this. I've blown up more accounts than probably anybody in the chat right now. Trust me, I was a bigger degenerate than most people in here when it came to trading. I thought I was looking for that 100x strategy. I was looking for that trade that always hit 100% of the time. I was looking for the shortcut, and it never worked, right? I just always lost money. I had to learn to take that $100 account and take the $5 gain and see it as a win, even though that didn't change my life, right? And then as I built that account up, obviously I would deposit money from other places. I'd get money from other places and deposit money into that account to help it, exponentially grow. But I had to you had to be okay with the small wins before you start making big wins, right? Before you start making $1,000 in a day or $500 in a day or $5,000 in a day or whatever it is, whatever you're trying to achieve. Before you do that, if you're starting with a small account, you're not going to be, you have to be okay getting those small wins. If you have a $100 account, you got to be okay with a $3 win, right? It's a big win. It's 3% on your entire account. It's big, right? If you have a $1,000 account, you got to be good with a $30 win, a $50 win, right? You really got to understand, look at it in terms of percentages. And I started making money when I started taking those small wins, because if you are unable to take a $5 win or a $3 win on a $100 account, you're not going to be able to take a $200 win or a $500 win on a $10,000 account or a $5,000 account. So you have to build that discipline. Trust me, I've tried more times than anybody to try to do that. And in order to get to these gains, or a substantial amount of money that you may be able to replace an income with, you have to be able to take those small wins, right? It's more about preserving your capital than it is about getting in at the bottom and making $1 million overnight. I'm not here to sell a fake dream. You're not going to be able to put $1,000 into an account. Actually, funny enough, one of the longs that I'm holding, like even this, right? One of the longs that I'm holding right now, I put $1,000 in the account, and now the account, I doubled the account, right, in one trade. I don't say that to brag or show off, right? I could have lost that trade too, right? It's trading. But even that, right? 100% on your account. When you double your account with $1,000, you have to understand doubling your account is not easy, right? But if you double $1,000, that's $2,000. It's not going to change a lot of people's lives, but it's still a huge win. You got to lock in those wins, because you have to if you can't build a discipline on a small amount of money, you're not going to have the discipline to do it with a large amount of money. And I actually heard a quote recently before we take a look at the altcoins. Go ahead and spam those altcoins in the chat right now, guys. If you want me to take a look at your alts, drop them in chat. Rob the Crypto Snob will count up the votes. Actually, is Rob here today? Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. He might be out there in Amsterdam. I think he lives in Amsterdam, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong if you're hearing this, Rob. But Tyler or Tony, let's do like 3 alt requests. And I'll kind of no, Rob. Okay, shout out to Tyler Durden. If you could just grab 3 of those alts, I'll freestyle some of them as well. But yeah, the one of the quotes that I heard recently, I did not make this up. I heard it from somebody else. They said, become a millionaire before you have $1 million, right? And this is true in my opinion, in just general finance, right? Like if you want to be a millionaire, like be a million. If you can't manage $1,000, you can't manage 100,000 or 10,000, 5,000, whatever it is, right? But it's the same thing for trading. Become a good trader before you trade a bunch of money, right? Like become a profitable trader before you're profitable, kind of. Like if you can't take a $5 gain on a $100 account, you're not going to be able to take a $5,000 gain on a $100,000 account. Right? So if you're trading with $100,000, right, and you want to make $5,000, right, it's 5%. And, 5% on your account is still a lot, right? Like you're likely not to do that in one trade. But if you were, right, like you have to be able to take $5 on a $100 account if you're going to be willing to take $5. Because in that case, when you have a $100,000 account, you're not going to take profit until you have $100,000 in profit, right? If you're just always looking to double your account, it's going to be really hard to take those profits. So, like learn how to manage small money before you even try to do it with big money. Because if you can't do it with small money, you can't do it with big money. Think of it in terms of percentages. Percentages will always be the same. Go for 5% on a trade, 10% on a trade, 20% on a trade, whatever it is. Get those consistent percentages over time, and then the rest is just scaling up the money. It's as easy, and it works both ways, right? It's just as easy to make 5% on a $100,000 account, or just as easy or hard to make 5% on a $100,000 account than it is to make 5% on a $100 account. It's the same thing, right? It's just percentages. You're just cranking that lever when you put more money in the account. So there you go. Hopefully that helps somebody out there learning to trade. Let's see. I usually start taking profit at 20%. Yeah, you have to be disciplined with that. It's like 90% of the battle is the discipline. The emotional and mental discipline is the hardest part. I promise you that. You could be the best TA. You could do the best TA. You could have the best strategy. If you do not have your psychology in check, you will never make money. A good analyst or a good strategy does not make a good trader. Right? You could be the best analyst, and if I am horrible at managing my emotions, I would never take profit, and I would just lose all my trades. I could know exactly when it's going up and down, but if I can't take the profit, it's going to go against me at some point. So, excuse me. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Shout out to Trap Flat says, where can I find the best funded accounts? I don't use funded accounts. I don't think they were a thing when I was learning how to trade. Like back in the day, I don't think they were a thing. They're more recent, I think, the funded accounts. Is it the funded trader? TFT, I think. The funded trader, I think that's one that does crypto. There's a few of them that do it. I'm not really very familiar with them. I've never used them. I will look at them. I could check them out. I could go to check them out, do some like reviews on them maybe. Someone said Breakout. Yeah, I'm not familiar with like any of them really. I just know the funded trader is just one I hear other like Forex traders talk about that have crypto. So yeah, that's really all I know. But it could be a really good thing. They're kind of like, some people think they're scammy. You have to rely on them to pay you out. But one thing with them is I think it's a really good way. Like if you don't have a lot of money initially, I would still recommend demo trade until you're profitable, right? Like there's no sense in trying to get qualified for paying for the challenges to get the accounts if you're not going to be able to make money with the account, right? So I still recommend like not even really starting there. I would start like demo trading or even trading on a small amount of money without actually having to do the challenges. But it's a really, really good way because you might be thinking like, well, what if I'm profitable on $100, but I still don't have a bunch of money to put into an account? In my opinion, funded accounts are, or prop firms are like a really, really, really good way to do that, to beef up your capital without needing access. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, prop firms, basically, you do a challenge, and if you pass certain challenges, there's usually 2 phases. And it's usually you have like a daily loss limit and like a drawdown limit. And once you pass their qualifications or their challenges, they'll reward you with a funded account, right? Like $25,000 account, $50,000 account, $100,000 account. But the trick is you have to pay for the challenges, and if you fail the challenges, you don't get your money back. But yeah, it is a really good way if you are profitable to get access to capital without actually having to put your own money in. So yeah. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Shout out to Dave Digital said breakoutprop.com, trusted by CryptoFace. Okay, there you go. I can't speak from my own experience, but shout out to CryptoFace. Yeah, probably legit if he does, if he thinks it's worth it. Or not worth it, legit, if he thinks it's legit. Yeah, shout out to Dave Digital said prop firm trading is when you think you know how to trade. Yeah. I think it's a great way. It limits your risk, right? Like don't take out don't borrow $100,000 from your family, put it into a trading account, risk losing all their money. I don't know how it works. I want to say, I think the way some of them might work is you're actually demo trading. I think, I don't know. Don't quote me on this, but I would imagine they make their money from the challenges, right? 95% of traders fail, right? So they probably figure, hey, if 95% of people, those are good odds, right? So 95% of the people buying these challenges are never going to get their money back, right? They're never going to get past the challenge, and they keep all that money. And then when you get the funded account, I would think maybe they just let you paper trade, and whatever money you make on that paper account, they probably just pay you out with the profit that they make from the people making the challenges. That's how I think the model works. I'm not 100% sure. Somebody fact check me. But yeah, let's see. Okay, let's go ahead and continue on, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at, real quick, I want to take a look at Solana, guys. Actually, yeah, let's take a look at Solana real quick. Come on over to the live stream chart, pull up Solana. Now, as you guys know, on Solana, we're looking at this golden pocket here. When did we hit this? On Friday at 6 a.m. Yeah, so we already talked about this, right? Holding the value area low, looking for price to come up to your POC. And then once we flip that POC, we were looking up. Number one, we have the local level, which is the golden pocket at 162 up to about 164. But again, value area low, stay above the value area low, flip the POC. Next stop could potentially be the value area high. Now, the altcoins are interesting here, guys. The altcoins are interesting because I'll be honest, like a lot of these, daily money flow looks pretty good on a lot of these. You do have a daily red dot here on Solana, which could give you a little bit of a pullback. But yeah, like I took a look at this with the premium Discord, like ETH BTC. Like really what I want to see for altcoins is I'd like to see a strong bottom here on ETH BTC. And actually, this is nice. VWAP flip. Got the red dot, printing an immediate green dot here. I'll be honest, right? Like, and I don't want anyone to get it twisted. Just because I am short Bitcoin right now, I am shorting Bitcoin. It looked bearish, right? Last week, it was looking bearish. Even though everyone wanted all-time highs, it looked bearish. We took the short, and we're making money, right? We have to stick to our plan. But just because I'm short on Bitcoin does not mean that I think it's all going down. Because to be quite honest, like I talked to the premium Discord about this earlier today. I am going to be buying altcoins pretty much right now, right? As we see ETH BTC start to put in bearish divergences here, bullish divergences here on the higher time frames, lower lows on the price action, higher lows on your momentum waves. You have your weekly green dot confirmed. I mean, money flow on some of these time frames daily, it's still kind of wonked here. It's a little bit wonked here, but I will say, as we start to see these divergences, I am willing to DCA into some altcoins here. And maybe I'll talk a little bit about what I would be buying in another video. I will make a video about it maybe, or maybe I'll do a live stream just talking about that, or do like an altcoin live stream. But yeah, really what I want to see here is some real bottoms come in. You guys know we love the strong bottoms here on the Frankie Candles YouTube channel. But yeah, like 2-day bull div. I'd really like to see the money flow start working its way back up. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. But some of these altcoins actually don't look too bad, right? Like, looking at Cardano real quick, I'm just going to speed run some of these. Cardano, money flow coming to the upside on the daily. This would indicate that an uptrend would likely continue. And what happened here? We got above the value area low to the POC, value area high. Where are we getting the pullback? Right from that value area high. So maybe we continue to pull back here a little bit. But if we could hold higher lows, we could potentially see that money flow continue into the green and give us a continuation to the upside, potentially targeting some of those higher prices. But again, Dogecoin, right? Same thing. This is this the Dogecoin chart we always look at? So yeah, like Dogecoin, what we'd be looking at here is a move into this volume profile, right? Money flow coming up here, daily money flow in the green. Again, 2-day red dot, I think it's more likely to kind of cool off a little bit first before everything goes. But I will be buying some altcoins on the way down here, if I'm being quite honest, because like a lot of this money flow does not look too bad. And a lot of them just confirmed weekly green dots. Money flow on the weekly on ADA is back in the green. Atom, right? Atom reclaimed its value area low here. A lot of this stuff is... I'm keeping a close eye on alts right now. Maybe time to start looking back into dollar cost averaging into some alts if you've missed your opportunity on a lot of others, on a lot of them. So for Solana, just simply tracking here. It's been, it's taken quite a long time to see this stuff play out, but, value area low hold up to the POC, flip that, looking up towards the high. That's the next target to the upside between 170 and 175, where we not only have the value area high, but also the 786 Fibonacci retracement. But I wouldn't be surprised if you get some local pullbacks here based off the red dot on the daily, as well as that 2-day VWAP coming down. I'll be honest, a lot of the daily VWAPs are looking like it may want to pull back just a little bit more. I'm happy that we were sticking to that key resistance that we were looking at on the live stream here. So another thing, actually, I didn't even mean to click on this, but another thing that I am looking at here is the DXY as far as things really starting to take off for crypto here. Something we would really, 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 really like to see is starting to break these lows on the DXY, right? And, we are finally starting to crack down below these levels just a little bit. And yeah, I mean, as soon as we can start to see this thing start breaking down, that is typically what we see as, bullish, not only for Bitcoin, but also altcoins, right? But right now, we're putting in a daily bull div. So, short term, may be able to get a little bit more of a correction in crypto here as that DXY creeps back up. And then finally, we can maybe break these lows and start to see everything start to finally run. But just really playing everything level to level here. Bada boom. Yo, shout out to Dave Digital, said Frankie really loves those long bottoms. Hey, you and me both, Dave. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. What platform are you using to see the charts? Shout out to Jeremy. Tony D, if you could drop the Trading View video in there for, I don't know if Tony, if that last link was the Trading View video, but if you could drop that for our boy, I show you exactly how to set up your charts on TradingView from scratch, how to set up like everything, how to set up the account, how to set up your charts, and all that good stuff. Hey, what's going on? Cosmo in the chat. We're not talking about Adam. What is going on, bro? Welcome in. Jeremy says, thank you, guys. Yeah, thank you, Tony. Thank you for dropping that link. That's for you, Jeremy, bro. Let's see. Yeah, that was the vid. Yeah, shout out to George. Let's get it. Yeah, shout out to Shunzin, says DXY in the green right now. Yeah, that's why, I wouldn't be surprised for another little pullback here on Bitcoin as the DXY climbs. But really, we got to break these lows. And I'll be honest, like weekly money flow has been in the green, but we have a weekly green dot. Hard to say here. Keeping a close eye. But yeah. All right, let's start taking a look at some of these alts. We'd love to see the US dollar collapse. Shout out to Wick, 589. Don't want to be holding too many dollars for that if we do wind up seeing that. Tony D is the new Rob. Let's see. Shout out to Wick's wife, 589, said, where's the likes? 500 people are getting side-eyed from the wifey. Shout out to Wick's wife, 589. Smash that like button, guys, if you're finding any value in this live stream. But real quick, guys, let's go ahead and check out some of these other altcoins. Before we do that, let's take a look at XRP because that is the talk of the town. And let's talk about it, right? Because we got a little bit of a breakout here, and then we came right back down. Let me just make sure. Let's see. I'll just make sure I don't want to miss any chats here. 4-hour blood diamond on Bitcoin, significant. Yeah, I mean, we did get the 4-hour blood diamond before the actual drop here. That's XRP. Let's pull up Bitcoin. Bada boom. Right. So 4-hour blood diamond did give you the drop down. Hard to say. Oftentimes you will see the blood diamonds kind of give you the continuation after retracements, right? So it could be, you see these sometimes at the top of trends, like even here, you get the big drop down, retracement, continuation, right? And because money flow is in the red here on the 4-hour, you were expecting the downtrend to continue. Very similar here. We can get the bounce, but could just be the continuation of the trend. But it's really hard to say. Sometimes like this could be the whole play out of it, right? But sometimes you do see the continuation. It really depends on the context, right? Like here, right, you got the blood diamond. It was the top of the trend, and it continued down. We're in a little bit more of a situation like this, in my opinion, where you did come up to the top of the trend, but it's kind of hard to say. I mean, really, you want to catch these blood diamonds before they play out. So it's hard to say. It could be played out fully, but it also could indicate, money flow would indicate that probably going to see that be the top of some kind of a trend to the downside, in my opinion. All right, let's see. We shout out to Shunzin, said Frankie will get over 100K subs in the bull run. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you. We're gonna go for it. We're going for 200K. We're going for 200K. Let's see. Okay, yeah, Turbo. Shout out to Yamin. I think I skipped. I think I skipped Turbo last time, so we can take a look at Turbo. But real quick, we'll take a look at XLM. Then we'll take a look at Anchor, the hand coin for tonight. Let's go ahead and XLM, and then we'll go back to Bitcoin because these probably are going to look somewhat similar. All right, let's go ahead. Actually, let's do XRP. Sorry, guys, kind of bouncing all over here. So obviously, guys, recently on XRP, we've been looking at this range, right? Price has been going sideways forever, right? Bang, bong, just in this range for what feels like forever. Look for the bounce here at the value area low, up to the POC value area high. Look for the retracement, back down to the low, back to the high. And then ever since we've been holding this POC, we've been looking for that value area high to come in, and we finally broke out of that level. Is this the breakout? This is, I'll be honest, I don't know. This is kind of hard to say, right? Because this is kind of the first level. This 62-cent level, this value area high, is the doorway to higher prices. The real doorway to higher prices on XRP is 68 cents. Once you break above this, that is where your doorway to 83 and potentially up to about $1.30 could wind up happening, right? So, we got the breakout, and now we just fully retrace that entire move back down. Hard to say if this is going to continue up. Did the news happen? Let me. Somebody who is Someone in the XRP army, let me know, is the XRP news out? Did that come out yet? I think there's something with the lawsuit. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Tony D, can you do some research on that and super chat and let me know when XRP $1,000? Shout out to K Diggity. Let's see. October 7th. Okay, yeah. So October 7th, I believe. That's when the outcome of the lawsuit. Like we might actually see the end of this thing come in on October 7th. That could be, right? We could be priming up for that. Or, if they do an appeal, right, that could be the bearish case where, you kind of ran up off the rumor, right? And then the appeal happens, right? And then you get the dump. Really hard to say when you have news like that. If it's all over and XRP is free, maybe we see the run. It doesn't really matter to me, to be quite honest, because even if I didn't know that the news was coming down the pipes, I would just be looking at the chart. And for me, the doorway is 68 cents. Get above 68 cents, hold above this level. 4-hour daily candle closes above this level. That's what opens up the door to 83 cents. That's the next big move on XRP. Break that 83 cent level, we can look up towards $1.30, right? Same thing here. Get above that value area low, bing bong, right to the POC. Very similar kind of what I'm looking at on that move above here. But if we start getting stuck back under this value area high, could be moving back into that value area low. So just keep that in mind, because if we pull up a clean XRP chart here, just understand, get rid of this triangle, just understand you could just be, within this like kind of local range, right? And then like if you're trading this as a volume profile, what are you looking at here, right? You're just looking at shorts at the highs, longs at the lows. Yeah, I mean, you start getting stuck under this value area high, right? And this is very close to the POC, 55 cents, 52 cents, right? Very close to that POC. But if you're looking at it in local terms, break down below that value area high, look to go to the POC at 59.60 cents, lose that, could be going down to the value area low. So just be careful here. Yeah, like you didn't get too many bearish confirmations up there, but those are kind of the local levels here for XRP. Get stuck under 62 cents, could be getting the bigger move down, but once you break above that 68 cent level, I've been saying $68,000 level for XRP, 68 cent level, break above there. That's really the doorway to higher prices. Shout out to Tony D, said, can't confirm, but SEC appeal becoming more likely. Okay, shout out to Tony D. Little temperature check there on the news. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe that's the fake out of the news, right? Oh my God, the appeal. Oh my God. Everyone's like, oh my God, panic. It dumps, and then they get the news and they don't appeal and it rips. Who knows, right? I'm going to be trading the charts. If I am trading XRP off that stuff, it'll just be based off the charts, not the news. Let's see. Shout out to Shunzin, said 5th of July dump was actually the 4th of July for us. But 5th of August dump was the 5th of August for us. 5th of September dump. Are we gonna break the curse in October? Well, October is technically known as Uptober. So potentially we could maybe break that curse. Hopefully we can. But I'll be honest with you, guys, I am here to bring you the charts. I am not here to bring you hopium. I am not here to tell you price is going up when it's not, or when I don't think it is, right? And I'm the first person to just hands in the air. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, right? Because it's not my prediction. It's prediction based off the TA, and the TA or me are never going to be right 100% of the time. But there are reasons why we look for this pullback here. And right now, it looks like that pullback can continue. Maybe we don't see it happen, but the charts are saying it's probably going to. And I will be honest, if this winds up, guys, being a macro lower high, and we do, who knows, if we do wind up breaking the lows here, potentially coming down to 40K. I'm not calling for 40K, just to be clear. I'm just saying, if we were to see that, it's going to be very funny in hindsight how many times we looked for that to potentially happen. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm not saying it can happen. It's too soon to tell as long as we're within this larger volume profile. But if we see that happen, we 100%, we're looking at this area as a potential lower high, even if we come up and reject again and come down to 40K, right? Like if that were to happen, the lower highs, like we're in that downtrend. Like this is just the TA's been looking at that for a minute. Again, is it a bull flag for a breakup, or is it just a downtrend to continue down? Who knows? Very hard to say. And I'm going to come back on Bitcoin in just a second. But first off, I do want to take a look. We took a look at XRP. I want to take a quick look at Anchor. Really quickly, shout out to the chargers. If you guys have an Anchor charger, there's just, there's nothing like it out there. But let's go ahead and take a look at this thing. Excuse me. I'm going to take a sip of this. This is kind of warm. Guys, we got to call it Mrs. Candles real quick. I don't want to be a prima donna here. I really don't want to be a prima donna here, but I can't drink this. We got some coconut water, some of the best stuff around, but you can't drink this stuff this warm. This stuff is disgusting warm. Hopefully Mrs. Candles isn't too busy. She might be painting those nails, keeping those nails fresh. Oh, don't. Hi, Mrs. Candles. Question, can I ask you for like a pretty unnecessary favor? Could you please bring me a cold Vita Coco, please? Thank you. Are you sleeping? Oh, okay. Never mind. You're fine. All right. Bye. Woo, we woke her up from a nap, guys. Dangerous territory. But here on Anchor, guys, let's go ahead. Actually, we have not looked at Anchor in quite some time. I don't even think we have a running chart for Anchor. We do not. But what I can tell you here is we got a nice little volume profile here. Nice volume profile. This is, let's see. I would probably be looking at this, right? So you got your volume profile down here. Shout out to Shunson. Yeah, you got to be careful waking them up from their slumber. They can turn into monsters really quick. Or at least Mrs. Candles can. I'm just kidding. I can't put that on Mrs. Candles. Mrs. Candles is like a sweetheart, like 100% of the time. I really do luck out. Mrs. Candles is a non-issue. Mrs. Candles barely complains. All right, let's see. Yo, G10, oh boy, you're in trouble now. Mrs. Candle's gonna slap you. Yikes! It's warm coconut water, guys. I mean, I don't know. It's 6:50. I mean, 6:50 in the afternoon here. I mean, it's a little too early to be sleeping. But anyway, yeah, I know, it's bad. J Violet. Oh God, I know. I'm gonna get punished for that one. But taking a look here, let me just pull some of these high time frame levels. Monthlies. Monthly right here. Bada boom, mark it out. Where is it? Monthly. Potential new monthly forming there. Actually, yeah, we're bouncing off a monthly right now. That doesn't look horrible. So I'm actually going to mark. Yeah, so we got another monthly at the value area low. Let's pull up the weeklies. Got a weekly right hither. Nope, that is tapped. Got a weekly right up here. Bada boom. Got a weekly right down here. And yeah, I'll take that for now. And then we'll pull this volume profile as well right before the breakdown. So yeah, this is what I'd be looking at. Well. Look at that. Who knew that we would reject that value area low? Wasn't looking at it personally, but I would have expected it if we were looking at it. But yeah, these are the levels, guys. I mean, right now, you're still in that kind of bear market range, right? Like just kind of bing-bonging around in that bear market range. To me, right, this would be that accumulation before the move up if this thing is going to blast off to new all-time highs. Remember, not everything comes back to make new all-time highs, but if this were to do that, that's kind of what I would look at, right? This is accumulation. Made a run up for that first attempt at the value area low of the macro range. But, I mean, let's see what happened here. From the high to the low. Could I actually even pull this down to all the way to the low here? Yeah, I mean, what happened here? Let me go ahead and just mark out HTF. Those are the high time frame levels. Boom. So yeah, I mean, what happened here, right? You get the move up, you get the retracement into the golden pocket 786. This would be where you would hope a bounce would happen for a break of structure to the upside in the macro, right? Like that's just simply what you would expect or what you would hope for, right? For the bulls. High to the low, hold the 786, look for the bigger move up. That's your weekly 786. Like this is your key level of support. Like if we were looking at this, which I don't know why we never look at Anchor. I feel like we never looked at Anchor. But that's the level, right? If you're looking at that fib, that's the level you would want to hold for a bigger move up. Weekly money flow back in the green here. Monthly VWAP rolling up, not looking too bad. But again, these higher daily time frames, 2-day red dot printing. I mean, maybe you come back down. But like this would be the accumulation zone, right? And then once we wind up getting the bigger move up, break out of this range, value area low at, last time which was the last place we rejected at about 0.065 cents. Get above that, flip it to support, look for a move back up to the value area high at 13 cents, as well as the POC at 7 cents. So like this is your doorway to higher prices. Very simply put. Pull this on the weekly.
Yeah, so like this is your real doorway to higher prices, sitting at about 0.06532, 6.5 cents. Let's pull that macro golden pocket from the high to the low. So yeah, these are the major levels. If you guys want the levels on Anchor, major levels of resistance. You have your macro golden pocket here, 786 value area high. Now again, we're really far away from these levels, but you also have the local levels within this range. So yeah, value area low sitting at 18 cents, POC 786 sitting around the 2 cent level, and then the value area high sitting at about 0.038. Right, so these are your local levels. If you get the bigger breakout, these are the levels that you want to break to get higher prices. And then let me actually pull some local golden pockets. Yeah, I would say the doorway. Yeah, I mean, that's basically it. You're looking for the breakout there. So those are the key levels. That's what I'd be looking at. These are the key levels for Anchor. As far as money flow goes, money flow crossing over into the green, but again, with those 2-day red dots, maybe a little continuation down, but I would look for higher lows for potential move back up to the value area high. And that is what I'd look for on Anchor. A Bitcoin tattooed on each cheek would actually be pretty dope. Shout out to Wick. One here, one here. Let's do it. Let's see. Dr. Crimson's girlfriend said Wick and K-Dig and Scary Clown are VIP table. Shout out to Dr. Crimson. I don't know what you guys are referring to. Are you guys talking about club candles? I don't know. Shout out to Dr. Crimson's girlfriend. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue on here, guys. Let's take a quick look. Hopefully, I forgot who asked for this, but shout out to whoever gave us Anchor. I forget who it was, but hopefully that helps you out. We got Algo and Render are next on the list, guys. But real quick, I do want to pull up Bitcoin. Again, just to keep things simple, the $60,000 range, not only do we have the golden pocket 786, we also have the value area low of the range. And another thing here, guys, I forgot to talk about this in the beginning of the stream, because when I was looking at Lux Algo before the stream here, and we actually brought this up recently, this is so far playing out as we were looking at on the live stream last week. As we get that push up on the daily smart trail on Lux Algo, coming into that golden zone, not golden zone, but the blue zone, the bounce zone of the 786 golden pocket value area low. This is still coming. This is starting to show up and, perfectly as of right now. So if we get the continuation down here, there's a lot of reason to look down here because, again, bullish change of character. This is where your candlesticks turn green. And I talk about this all the time, kind of this strategy when it comes to market structure. When you get these changes of character, bullish changes of character, it could fake out, right? It does, because you have a bullish change of character doesn't mean that you're guaranteed to put in a higher low and continue up. But this is kind of the thought process. Once you see your candlesticks turn green, you do not want to FOMO long. You want to wait. You are looking at this as a filter to be looking for long positions. So once you see those candlesticks turn green, you are saying, I am now looking at the market through long vision, right? Long goggles. I am looking for longs. As price pushes down, you could potentially put in that higher low, not only at the golden pocket 786 value area low, which is a level that we're already looking at based off of no indicators other than just the general analysis, but look at that daily smart trail coming up. Oftentimes, this can be where you put higher lows in. Just like the bearish smart trail can be where you put the lower highs in, the bullish smart trail is where you could put the higher lows in, right? The higher lows before continuing wide that turn off, right? This is candlesticks turn green. I'm looking for longs. As long as we pull back and make a higher low, that could be a good area to look for that bounce. And it's all coming in perfect confluence with the value area low and the smart trail. It's all lining up perfectly. So again, not, oh my God, it's lining up all perfectly. We're 100% guaranteed to get that move to the upside, but it's all setting up perfectly if we get those long confirmations at this level. And, maybe we don't pull all the way back there, but if we do, this is going to be a big thing to look at based off market structure, based off confluent support levels. There's many levels of support down there. Golden pocket, 786, value area low, smart trail, amongst other things that we're not even talking about right now because I don't have time to pull it all up. But I just forgot to bring that up because we talked about this last week saying, hey, if we can get that smart trail to continue up into this zone, that would be nice confluence. And I even go back and I show you, if you are going to change to an uptrend, right, or you're going to continue an uptrend, right, you wait for the candlesticks to turn green, wait for the pullback into the smart trail, higher low, continuation, higher low, continuation, higher low, continuation, right? The smart trail is typically where you get those bounces from. Just like in a downtrend, you look for the bounces on the bearish smart trail for the move down. So yeah, just keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that. Could be a good thing to look for. It's just an added level of confluence. I totally forgot to bring that up. Let's see. Shout out to Wick's wife. Said, dang, guys, are we smoking cigarettes here? It's a cigarette-free zone. Shout out to Little Story. Said, thanks for your analysis. French viewers love your content. Hey, shout out to Little Story. Shout out to the French. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. We got a worldwide audience here in the Candle Mafia. Candle Mafia worldwide. C-Mob worldwide, baby. Mr. Worldwide. Shout out to Pitbull. Shout out to the French viewers out there. Appreciate you guys. I would give you my French accent, but I don't want to offend you guys. It's going to be bad. All right, let's go ahead and continue on here and take a look at Algo. Algo is next on the list. Is Algo a sleeping giant or a big dud? I don't know. I genuinely don't know, guys. I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. This whole dang space is based off of speculation. So let's see here. What I can give you are the key levels that are higher probability to get reactions off of. I'm starting a new chart here, guys. I'm starting a new chart. My voice is gone. My voice is going out. I guess Mrs. Candles fell back asleep. It's okay. I got nice hot coffee here. Trying to fix that tortellini soup. Shout out to Dr. Crimson's girlfriend. I haven't had good tortellini in a while. Let's try your French accent. We want to see it. Well, I'll tell you what. I saw a TikTok about this, but I've actually talked about this before. I actually just saw a TikTok about this the other day. Yeah, it's funny. People with different accents sneeze in their different accents. And the guy in the TikTok did a French sneeze. I've literally done that before, and it's kind of like a acteur. Oui, oui. I think that's how you guys sneeze. Acteur. I don't know. You know what I think of with a French accent? I think of I am retired. Have you guys ever seen End of the World? If you date back to funnyjunk.com or eBombs World, you guys will know what I'm talking about. I am retired. That's what I picture. I'm not good. French accent's not something I can do. I could do like maybe a little Australian accent, right? Like when Bitcoin dumps, I'm like, oh no. Like that I could do a little bit. That's probably the hardest one to do. Australian's really, really hard. God bless you. Oui, oui, thank you. Taladoren. Shout out to Tyler. French Toaster's got a good French accent. Shout out to the French sneezer. Yo, shout out to Jesse. All right, let's continue on. Zan, fires and missiles. Yeah, I am retired. Fires is. You guys are funny, man. Yeah, another one of our resident Frenchmen. Shout out to Wick's wife. Yeah, German accent, please. I don't know if I want to do that one. I'll just imitate the guy in the TikTok. He said they sneeze like, Ngachang! I got Wiener Schnitzel all over my sweatshirt. That's what he said. I didn't make that up, guys. That's from the TikTok. I wish I knew the name of the guy. It's hilarious. But anyway, that's Italian. No, I'll tell you what people do when Italian sneeze. Someone sneezes. I'll tell you what an Italian does, right? Shut up. That's what Italians do when you sneeze. Dude, shut up. Shut up. If you sneeze more than once, you'll piss an Italian off. I should say New York Italian. New York Italians are different animals than regular Italians from Italy. But if you're from New York, you get one sneeze and you get a bless you. Second, third, fourth sneeze, you're going to get told to shut up. I almost said STFU. My New York came out for a second. Shout out to you guys. Anyway, we're getting... Yo, somebody clip this. I didn't make up the German sneeze, guys. You got to check out that guy's TikTok. If I find it, I'll bring it up tomorrow. I got Wiener Schnitzel all over. I got Wiener Schnitzel all over my sweatshirt. Klaus, watch out. Oh God, I wish I had everybody's phone number. I would just send you guys the TikToks. Tony D gets some reels sometimes. BTC dump it, baby. Let's go. But real quick, let's take a look at Algo, guys. We're getting back to Algo. Anyway, all right, let's continue on, guys. We are sidetracked here. Taking a look at Algo. Let's just go back to his regular TA here, guys. Back in Frankie Candle's corner for some calm TA. Stop with the German sneezing. Anyway, let's take a look here. Well, first, let's pull up some indicators here. Market cipher, money flow coming up on the daily. But again, these red dots are potentially pointing towards some pullbacks here, right? Money flow trending in the right direction. But again, with the red dots, we need an ebb to the downside before getting that higher low to get a move back up. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull up the VRVP, and I'm going to turn off the value area high, value area low, and the POC. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm done. It's not even a good accent, guys. Not even good. I don't know if that makes it funnier, but it's not a good accent. What is Wiener Schnitzel? Does anybody know? I don't even know what that means. I could be cursing here. I don't even know. I don't know. Did I even say? No, I think I said. Yeah, no, I think I said. No, I think I got. No, I think he said I got. Oh no, Klaus, I got sauerkraut all over my Wiener Schnitt, my Blumenklaven. I don't know. It's meat, Wiener Schnitzel. Yeah, that's what I kind of thought. I think a big sausage. Anyway, all right, let's continue on here, guys. Money flow coming up on algo. Level to break here. I'll be honest with you guys. I'll pull some volume profiles real quick. I mean, major zones here, major targets back to the upside. Bada boom, bada bing. Boom. Yeah, okay. So these are the ranges I would look at, right? So I would say, I mean, your value area high, you have a little bit of a fall off in volume. Yeah, a little bit of a fall off. Yo, shout out to Tony D said, "Hey, Frankie, new here. Can you do a Russian accent?" Oh God, I feel like everything's gonna come out just German now. I feel like Germans say everything mean, like and like mad. Like they're like, "Hey, how are you?" Like, "Hi, how are you?" I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. I don't even think I could do a Russian accent now because it's just gonna come out as like a mixed German accent. Yeah, what is it? Vodka. They say vodka. Yeah. Okay, I'll sneak it in there. Shout out to Tony D. Stick around for the Frankie fake out. This might be the most unhinged live stream we've had in a while. But guys, this low volume gap here, back to the TA. This high volume node is probably going to be the doorway to potentially getting your move up to about 15 cents here, right? Get a break above the value area high. Really break above this high volume node. That's where I think you could start making a run for that next area of value, sitting at about 17 cents. Now, there's kind of two ways you can look at this. Let me just see something really quick. Yeah, I mean, that's the level. Like I would say break about 15 cents. You're on your way to 17, and then you could use that previous volume profile as kind of your guide to where price is going to go next. But yeah, like I think you may be able to get another rotation here potentially. Back down. I'll give you the key level of support here on algo. Going to be the golden pocket 786 sitting right here. If I'm being quite honest with you, I don't know what that one was. R&R. All right, let's see. Is Bitcoin actually dumping? Are we getting trolled? Oh, Bitcoin dumping. Oh, it's coming down, baby. Oh, she's coming down, kind of. Not really. She's kind of just wiggling around. Maybe a little head and shoulders. A little head and shoulders. I guess that's a little Irish. Guys, should we just do random accents now? A little head and shoulders. Scottish? I don't know. I think we're making stuff up now. But yeah, on algo, this is what I would look for. Plain and simple. Money flow coming up. 2-day red dot about to print. If that continues you down, this is your key level of support. I'd be willing to take some longs down here for a move back up to the volume profile. And potentially, if that money flow on the daily does come into the green after the correction, potentially see a move up like that. Something like that could be in the cards. Not 100% possible, but 100% may be possible. Potentially 50% of the time, 100% of the time. Anyway, yeah, that's kind of what I would look for, right? That's your key level. Golden pocket 786, value area low. And yeah, red dot could continue to pull us back here, right? Like not necessarily looking to long POCs here. I'd rather long the value area low. So I would be looking for something like that. So there you go. Did we get the 2-day red dot on Bitcoin? Did that wind up printing? Oh, we still got an hour left. Still got 51 minutes to see that print. All right, let's take a quick look at render, guys. Take a quick look at render. Bada boom. Like Patty the Batty. Yo, shout out to Patty. That guy's a savage. I don't really care about being fat. I'd rather be fat and happy. If you know Patty the Batty, you've probably seen that clip. I'd rather be fat and happy than ripped. I don't really care. I'd rather be fat and happy. That guy's a bad. Oh, I almost said a bad word here, guys. G-rated stream, guys. It's a family-friendly stream. Render going to 0. Shout out to Gen Z. Gen Z, if you say it's going to 0, bro, I'm on your team. Let's see. Going to 0. What is this chart? What is that volume profile? What is going on here? Oh, God. We're back here, guys. It's Monday. It's Monday, and we're losing our mind. We're losing our mind here. All right, let's see. I've rendered a 0, man. I'm not going to lie. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. Why does this all look weird, though? I'd rather be fat and happy. That's the euro. Why can't I find a good render chart here? This is all shady AF. All right. We'll just clear this. Start a new chart. Yo, the Dead Cat said sounds more like an English stereotype of a Dutch accent. I don't even know how you would do a Dutch accent. Fat and happy are mutually exclusive, in my opinion. Yeah, I think that might be true. Oh, Render. What did Render change its ticker to? Hit me with the Render ticker. What is with this? Matic changes its ticker. Everything's changing its ticker. Weekly close. Lots of volatility. Shout out to Jenny Swanson. Let's go. It's IR. Why is everyone changing their... Hang on. Is it just Render now? Is that true? It's just Render. Okay, interesting. All right. I guess they didn't want any confusion. They're like, hey, guys, let's just make it the name. All right, let's see. Oh, we got the infamous. Dang. That's the infamous BBL pattern right there, guys. That is the infamous Brazilian butt lift. That is you see, yeah, you have one cheek up here, one cheek up here. That is yeah, that's like the sketchy BBL. It's not a good one. It's not even. Yeah, I don't know, man. That is this all remains the same. Interesting, which is funny because this is already the chart that we have marked up here. POC, I mean, really in general here, we're above this high volume node. If we continue up, I'll be honest. Money flow crossover into the green here on the daily. If the trend does continue up, even if we do cool off, if the trend continues, next major target, 783, right? Value area low of the range. Pretty big volume gap here. Could see a quick move through that level. But like this is what I would look for. 783, next target on Render. Get back in there. You're looking up towards about $10. 783, flip it, $10. That's what I'd look for. Because the money flow looks good. But again, 2-day red dot is about to print. Actually, may take a little bit of time. You may get this in 2 candles. So yeah, key resistance, 784. Key support, in my opinion, I'd rather be fat and happy. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, you could potentially look at that POC as a key level. Golden Pocket 786 POC right on that high volume node. I mean, you could also, kind of involve the value area low there as well. Kind of hard to say which one you'll come down to or which one will hold. But that would kind of be the 2 major levels of support. If you do get a pullback, you get the 2-day red dot, you get a pullback, I'd look for bounces here for the next move up to the value area low. But really, this is your doorway to higher prices. Doorway to higher prices. Value area low, doorway to the higher prices. That's what I'd be looking at on Render. Money flow on the 2-day, not looking horrible. Excuse me. Daily money flow also looking pretty decent here. But yeah, I would potentially look for the cool-offs based off the 2-day red dot. So there you go. So bullish with potential short-term pullbacks. Then bullish. But that's what I would look for on Render. Just mark out that volume profile. Bada boom. Let's see. Oh God, you guys are talking about Dutch ovens. Oh God. Tony D says, I wish people farted in different accents. All right, guys. That's all the time we got for tonight's live stream. We took a look at Render. We took a look at Algo, XLM, XRP, Solana, Anchor. We looked at all the altcoins. We skipped Turbo again, guys. But we will take a look at Render on tomorrow's live stream. Tyler or Tony, make sure we look at Turbo tomorrow. Preemptively add it to the alt list. But I appreciate I appreciate everybody for tuning in and sticking around for the live stream here, guys. Got derailed a little bit there. But yeah, keep an eye on Bitcoin. We'll see if we can continue to pull back here. But you guys have all the analysis. If you missed it, to be quite honest, I wouldn't even scroll. If you just got here and you want to know the Bitcoin analysis, I would just go watch the market update. It's probably more clear and concise. It's an 8-minute video. You can just watch it start to finish, and it's basically all the same TA. So yeah, go check that out if you guys missed the Bitcoin TA. You guys know what I'm looking for. We're holding the shorts. We're holding the longs. We're going to see if we can get that bigger pullback with the small retracement first and then get the pullback. But yeah, shout out to anybody who was watching last week and was looking at us taking that resistance level at 66,350 very seriously, looking for that pullback. And hopefully some of you guys made some money off of it. I know the premium Discord did. But with all that being said, guys, that's all the time we got for tonight's live stream. I will see you tomorrow, same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's all I got. I'll see you tomorrow. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. I was going to do the bing bong in a German accent, but I decided against it. Hasta pasta. Bing bong.
Coach, what's next for me, Joe? I'm going to get that second bell. Where the is it? They should have had them 2 bells ready. Space shine for me.
Yeah. Head up in the clouds, dog, they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test. Now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, so nobody's into me. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. I've been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in my, yeah.
Let's see. Can we get this to work? Oh, what are these pictures? That didn't work. I wanted to show the clip. How do I get this clip? Hang on. YouTube.
It's probably a stupid question.
Hang on. Maybe we can get this. Hang on, guys. We can do it. Come on. I'm going to have to. Come on. Patty the Batty. I'd rather be fat and happy. All right, here we go.
This is probably a stupid question because I can see the pizza in front of you, but do you ever miss the six-pack when you blow up between fights?
I'd rather be fat and happy than ripped. And like these people who are ripped all year round aren't happy. I'm not arsed. I don't care what they say. This six-pack's sound. I look great, but I'd rather be fat and happy, lad.
This is probably a stupid question because I can see the pizza in front of you, but
oh, and there you go, guys. I'd rather be fat and happy. Shout out to Patty the Batty. That's all I got. Hasta pasta. Bing bong.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah we winning by a landslide, never see me coming, I'm a landmine, yeah I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you you about to see me on demand, like you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the road, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Yeah, maxed out,